Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
It is a great honor for us to be here with you and our global viewers today for this unique catalyzing global event. First and foremost, we would like to extend our special thanks to Supreme Master CHINGHAI for the opportunity we now have to enjoy the international bestseller, The Noble Wilds, in German and French. We are also here to celebrate the premiere of the Polish version of the bestseller, The Dogs in My Life.
We extend our appreciation to our invited guests for attending today's seminar. And we also welcome our worldwide viewers on Supreme Master Television, on which this significant event is broadcasting live today on 6 continents, 14 satellites, 26 cable TV and IPTV networks, and 18 streaming video websites. Supreme Master Television is a free-to-air satellite channel broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with a variety of engaging programs in English, with over 30 subtitles and 60 languages.
Today's guest of honor is Supreme Master CHINGHAI, who will participate via live video conference. A Goosey Peace Prize laureate, world-renowned humanitarian, pioneer in constructive global satellite television, artist and spiritual teacher, she is also the author of 3 international best-selling books, The Dogs in My Life, The Birds in My Life, and The Noble Wilds.
Ever a champion of the rights of all beings to live in peace and harmony, her campaigns to promote a healthy vegan lifestyle and to stop the effects of climate change have mobilized countless people to act for the greater good of all life. As part of this effort to spread love to all beings, Supreme Master CHINGHAI has succeeded in her new role as best-selling author of books featuring animals. All of her books have reached international bestseller lists, not only the English editions, but also in French, Chinese, Korean, Olaxese, Japanese, and Spanish. And there are many versions that have been translated and will be released in the future, like Dutch, Swedish, Arabic, Telugu, Portuguese, Philippine. Wow, isn't that amazing?
It truly is. Master CHINGHAI's first 2 books, The Dogs in My Life and The Birds in My Life, portray an engaging and illuminating account of life with her adopted animals and birds. Her 3rd bestseller, The Noble Wilds, illustrates Supreme Master CHINGHAI's extraordinary experience with her animal friends who live in the wild. The books, with beautifully illustrated pages, reveal the loving communication among animals and between animals and their human caregivers. They unveil the wondrous inner world of animals in order that we may enter. They bring to light the deep emotions, purpose of being, and blessing energy of our animal friends.
The breathtaking books of Supreme Master CHINGHAI reveals and reminds us of the simple secret we always knew deep down in our heart, that the love of animals for humans and for other animals stirs affection, love, and joy in all of our hearts. The kind of unconditional love that animals brings into our lives is one of the most appreciable aspirations for the future of this planet and its inhabitants. We now would like to show you a short video clip of Supreme Master CHINGHAI together with some of her animal friends whom she encountered in the wild. Please enjoy.
The Noble Wilds is a universal favorite across cultures. Supreme Master CHINGHAI's The Noble Wilds has ranked as an international #1 bestseller at the world's largest online bookstore, Amazon.com. First released in February in Formosa or Taiwan, the Chinese version of The Noble Wilds was instantly ranked as #1 bestseller, continuing the tremendous popularity of Supreme Master Qinghai's first 2 books, The Birds in My Life and The Dogs in My Life.
Being around the wild expands our heart and leading us to a beautiful meadows of life that was totally untouched by prejudice and blame. We will just be there in the now, merging with nature, unspoiled and uncomplicated. Ever so grateful for the knowledge of the unknown, delighted in the indulgence of Mother Nature's love.
In 450 pages, filled with vibrant photographs, and all printed in environmentally friendly ink, Supreme Master Qinghai shares the most touching stories and reveals some of the secrets of God's creatures for the very first time. Following are a selection of enthusiastic comments for the Noble Wilds from readers around the world. Vivian in Germany shares her response.
We humans proclaim to be the crown of the creation, the most civilized being. But look at these noble souls in animal forms. We should learn from them, love them, respect them with our honor. Thanks God that they are here.
This book for me is like God's gift,
Writes Sue Love, a reader from Formosa or Taiwan. A reader named C.R. Tumanaro expressed,
The book is truly heart-melting. The photos are romantic, which conveys the deep love that the wilds have. The actions are something that we do not get to witness often, and when paired with beautiful poetry, it definitely shows true tenderness. A healing and redemptive book that's full of love.
From Emmanuel in Paris, France.
I could feel such a very surprising and delicate and unknown joy, like a deep truth being shared with others, absolute heartwarming, not just about animals, but about ourselves, humans too.
A university professor in the US reads and ponders.
The Noble Wilds, written and photographed by Supreme Master Qinghai, exemplifies an alternative, compassionate way of living. During an age of the ever-increasingly growing environmental crisis, one cannot help asking why humans have not been able to live in peace, love, harmony with these wonderful beings.
It is so interesting to record the life of the swan family. Especially, we learn that the swans have their own names, just like we do. So animals are just like us.
Writes Shutan, a reader from Formosa or Taiwan. From South Africa, another reader writes,
After reading The Noble Wilds, I can truly see how incredible God is in His purpose of sending us such wonderful animals to inspire us to treat one another with love and dignity.
The book shares with readers insights into the natural world, such as the dedicated parenthood of wild ducks and swans, the friendship of a neighbor horse, and the deep love of creatures large and small who place their trust in the lady. Now through the Noble Wilds, their love is transformed into a single purpose, to expand humans' understanding and care for all life and Mother Nature.
A fairy tale that unveiled itself to let us know that life is the same to human and animals, insects and trees and minerals alike. Because life embraces all with love and nurturing, and that we all can communicate and understand each other. Thus, we understand ourselves in a deeper level of consciousness.
Ladies and gentlemen, and viewers of Supreme Master Television around the world, we are delighted to announce that our honored guest is with us right now. Supreme Master CHINGHAI, we are privileged that you could join us today via live video conference here at the world's biggest international book fair in Frankfurt, Germany.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big welcome to Supreme Master CHINGHAI.
Wow. Wow. Hello. Hi there, the beautiful people.
Supreme Master CHINGHAI, we want to inform you of some great news. We are pleased to tell you that the German version of your book, The Noble Wilds, has reached #1 ranking in sales at Amazon.de in the category of children and youngsters in all German books.
Wow!
Congratulations!
Thank you. Thank you, all of you. Thank you, all of you, and the publisher and the distributors and the printers and all the people involved to make this a wonderful Sunday news. Yes. I congratulate myself also, and especially because I see you so clear, like you're sitting next to me. Isn't that wonderful technology nowadays? Yes, we are just so lucky. We're so lucky to have all this. Yeah, thanks for coming. Guten Tag. Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Es geht gut, ja?
Supreme Master, we appreciate your kindness and willingness to join us today at the release of the German and French version of your book, The Noble Wilds, and the Polish version of The Dogs in My Life.
Supreme Master, to congratulate you on the launch of the German version of The Noble Wilds, two distinguished German artists, a movie director, Mr. Helmut Nitschke, and actress Mrs. Heidemarie Wenzel, sent their greetings from the capital city, Berlin, with this short video called Impressions about the Noble Wilds.
Wow. Thank you.
Berlin bietet immer Überraschungen. Zum Beispiel diesen kleinen Park. Zum Beispiel, wie rasch die Schwanenkinder wachsen, die ich kenne, seit sie geschlüpft sind. Eine weitere Überraschung kommt noch. Doch erst einmal sind meine kleinen Schwänchen an der Reihe.
Look at that.
Fein, ganz gleich kommen, du kriegst das so. Und der Papa. Guck mal an, ihr seid Vegetarier. Na, ist ja klar. Ein bisschen Wässerchen? Na. Oh, du schön. Komm. Wochentags findet man um den Teich herum ungestörte Plätze, wo man sich besinnen oder mit einem Buch beschäftigen kann. Ach, ihr Schön. Schwäne sind von vollendeter Anmut. Viele Dichter haben ihre geheimnisvolle Schönheit besungen. Aber meine Kommunikationsfähigkeit mit ihnen ist stark begrenzt. Ich weiß nicht einmal ihre Namen. Wussten Sie eigentlich, dass Schwäne sich Namen geben? Wie und wann? Das erfahren Sie in diesem Buch.
Oh. Thank you.
Das ist die weitere Überraschung, The Noble Wilds, nun auch in deutscher Fassung, die edlen Wildtiere. In diesem ungewöhnlichen Band ist vieles zu finden, was man von wild lebenden Tieren nicht wusste oder so noch nie gesehen hat. So berichtet die Autorin und höchste Meisterin CHINGHAI darüber, wie sie eine alleinbrütende Schwänin überredet, von ihr Nahrung anzunehmen, damit sie bei Kräften bleibt. Einmal fand die Meisterin eine verirrte Ziege, die von sich erzählte, dass sie schwanger sei. Wie die Meisterin das erfährt? Sie kann mit allen Tieren in einer Universalsprache kommunizieren, ohne Worte. Dieses wunderbare Buch lässt uns staunen und zugleich fühlen, wie tief verwandt wir mit diesen edlen Wesen in Wahrheit sind. Hier in dieser kleinen Parkanlage, mitten in der Großstadt, sieht man viele tierliebende Berliner. Tierliebend auf ihre Art. Aber ihre Liebe ist noch nicht tief genug. Und ohne die erhellende Erkenntnis, dass alle Tiere genauso wie wir Menschen fühlende Wesen sind. Sonst würden sie ja auf der Stelle alle Vegetarier werden. Welch ein Segen wäre das. Für die Tiere, für die Natur und nicht zuletzt für uns Menschen.
Wow, wow. Schön, so schön. So schön überrascht und so schön gemacht. Vielen Dank, vielen Dank. Oh.
Supreme Master, without further ado, we would like to begin today's seminar. We have some very special guests here today, and they have very great questions for you.
First of all, we will focus on animals as our co-inhabitants. It therefore gives us great pleasure to introduce our first speaker on this topic, Linda Rooslort from the Netherlands. Linda Rooslort is a master integrated energy therapist, angel therapist, kinologic behavior therapist, owner of Bella Vitalis, a spiritually based holistic company. In addition, she is an animal communicator, spiritual messenger, teacher, and a caring mother. Her divine purpose is to enable powerful healing treatments for animals and their caretakers around the world, using our energy, work, and educational services that lead to a vital balance in mind, body, and soul through the loving energy of our angels. Linda's speech today will be Animals, Our Noble Friends, Bring Us Messages and Gifts from Heaven. Ladies and gentlemen, Linda Rooslort.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good
Dear
afternoon.
Supreme Master CHINGHAI, as you know, animals are here for a reason. They have a task on this earth. And when they are able to fulfill their task, they are happy and contented. One can compare animals' role with them of humans, following their true divine life purpose. Joy, happiness, great love are what our animal friends have in the natural being, and they are trying to bring those qualities into our lives and into our world. Therefore, I would like to speak of them as friends, as teachers, and as loved ones, and we humans as their caregivers or caretakers. We don't own our animal friends. We are not their bosses nor entitled to rule over them in any way. However, it's necessary that we teach our pets, our animal friends, who are living in our homes, some earth-bounded rules, so we can live together in harmony in this wonderful world we live in.
Yeah.
In the universe, we don't know time. Time is made up by humans. If one looks at a cat who is lying in the garden and enjoying the sun, just take a moment and watch. Let's see what's giving you. Watch, see, and let it come into your feeling, because that feeling is telling you a lesson. And that lesson is enjoy. enjoy the moment, be in the moment, because that's all there is. Cats are very sensitive. Dogs are more grounded and gives us a lesson of what unconditional love means. If dogs experience great domination or aggressive behavior from humans, they are still love us. But at that moment, their hearts are aching, because what's happening at that moment is just a reflection of how we humans are treating each other. Horses have a special role, just as dolphins, and they are both so magnificent, especially when they are working with children of special needs or with grown-ups who have experienced big trauma in their earlier years, especially during childhood. And they both have a healing gift. For example, horses on a higher level are connect and bring awareness to humans through their aura. So if a horse has got a problem at their left extremities, one needs to take a look at their own left side, their feminine side, and check it out for any emotional blockage. I used to be a lover of riding horses, but my vision has changed during my own spiritual journey. And at this moment, I'd like to communicate with horses on a higher level of understanding and enjoying their true nature. Dolphins are also my big love. Dolphins communicate with each other on a very high spiritual level. They don't need words to express themselves. They carry with them great healing gifts and great lessons. And they are little angels swimming in freedom with the capacity of really being in the now and experience great joy and love with everything they touch. And they're also healing the sea life. Whales and dolphins have great wisdom, just like a big library, such as a Library of Congress in Washington, and even bigger. And we can learn from this wisdom. And if humans are able to view dolphins and whales as our memory, as our professors, then we would not harm them anymore. Correct. Supreme Master CHINGHAI, I could talk for hours about the great messages and lessons our pets and other wildlife are telling and teaching us.
Right. Not hours. You could talk for months and years.
Oh yeah, sure I can. If we want a happier and healthier life for ourselves, we must take care and love all our animal friends. We are all connecting and living on the same planet. It's not ours alone, and it's not our property. And if we want to follow our divinity, live from your heart, love yourself, love all human beings and animals alike, and love our planet.
Yeah.
Our planet is our divine temple, so we must take care of it now. Namaste.
Namaste, Ji. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
How wonderful and how true. Thank you, Mrs. Ruslut.
She knows so much about animals. I'm very impressed. Thank you for sharing with us your knowledge. This is rare. Not everybody knows this, and this is rare. Thank you so much for your diamond wisdom. Thank you.
Our next distinguished guest is Luis Perez Garcia, the chairman and spokesperson of Defensa Animal, an organization which focuses primarily on defending animals while promoting veganism as the true way to live righteously. Luis Perez Garcia also works as a tax advisor, and he graduated as an economist at the Faculty of Economic Science in Valencia, Spain. Let's welcome him to talk about veganism as the best way to stop abuse and cruelty to animals, our co-inhabitants on this planet. Ladies and gentlemen, Luis Pérez García.
Hola, buenas tardes. Soy Luis Pérez, presidente y portavoz de defensaanimal.org. Defensaanimal.org es una organización abolicionista sin ánimo de lucro que defiende los intereses de todos los animales no humanos sin importar la especie a la que pertenezcan. Tratamos de informar y reeducar a la gente para que deje de ser especista, es decir, para que deje de discriminar a los individuos en función de la especie a la que pertenezca. Ningún animal, humano o no, debe ser discriminado por criterios como la raza, sexo o especie a la que pertenece. En todos los países se educa a los niños y niñas a ser especistas, creándoles un esquema mental con dos categorías, los animales y los humanos, como si los humanos no fuéramos animales. Y se olvida que realmente convivimos en este planeta cientos de miles de millones de animales que pertenecemos a especies diferentes, a razas diferentes, a sexos diferentes, pero que tenemos algo en común que es fundamental, y es que todos los animales tenemos sistema nervioso, por lo que todos los animales disponemos de la capacidad de sentir dolor, placer, etc. Desgraciadamente se nos educa para que creamos que los animales no humanos existen para servir a los humanos y se da un valor a sus vidas en función de la utilidad que se pueda obtener de ellos. Del mismo modo que una educación sexista crea un pensamiento erróneo e injusto de que las mujeres existen para servir a los hombres, la educación especista nos hace que pensemos que los animales no humanos nacen para que nos los comamos, para que hagamos zapatos, cinturones o bolsos con sus pieles arrancadas. Se nos educa para que pensemos que nacen para experimentar en ellos o para transportar mercancías o a humanos encima de ellos. Se nos educa para que pensemos que existen para divertirnos en espectáculos de circo, en festejos populares o visitándolos en las cárceles de animales no humanos conocidas como zoológicos o acuarios. Desde defensaanimal.org tratamos por todos los medios de que la gente se dé cuenta de que ningún animal, humano o no, ha nacido para servir a nadie y que todos los animales queremos vivir y disfrutar de nuestras vidas en libertad. Por ello decimos que por justicia todos y todas debemos ser veganos y veganas, es decir, debemos dejar de usar a los demás animales en cualquier aspecto de nuestras vidas, por lo que debemos alimentarnos sin incluir en nuestra dieta ingredientes de origen animal. Mucha gente cree que es suficiente con ser vegetariano y cree que no hay nada de malo en consumir leche, queso, huevos o miel. Pero no saben que el consumo de derivados es incluso peor porque supone prolongar la agonía y explotación de las hembras no humanas. Olvidan que por el capricho de saborear un vaso de leche o un trozo de queso, están pidiendo que priven de libertad a una vaca, que la inseminen para embarazarla contra su voluntad, que aparten al bebé al nacer y le roben la leche a la madre. ¿Y qué pasa con el bebé de la vaca? Pues que lo encierran durante unos 4 meses en una zona donde no le dejarán casi moverse para que no fortalezca la musculatura. Y tras ese periodo de tiempo, lo llevarán al matadero para asesinarlo, trocearlo y venderlo como carne de ternera, que son los músculos y tendones de bebé de vaca. Mientras la vaca no da leche, sino que se la roban hasta que le queda poca y vuelven a embarazarla contra su voluntad, asesinando al nuevo hijo que nazca. Este proceso lo repiten 4 o 5 veces, de tal modo que si las vacas podrían vivir unos 25 años en libertad, la industria láctea las asesina a los 5 o 6 años cuando no es rentable seguir explotándolas, llevándolas a los mataderos donde llevaron a sus hijos para vender al peso sus cadáveres troceados. Y no olvidemos que las gallinas tampoco dan huevos, sino que se los roban y consideran a las hembras como máquinas de producir huevos de modo que son asesinadas y troceadas cuando no es rentable seguir explotándolas. El veganismo también implica que debemos utilizar ropa y complementos que no incluyan cuero, lana, seda o plumas, ya que la lana implica privar de libertad a las ovejas, inseminarlas contra su voluntad y asesinarlas para vender como carne sus cadáveres troceados cuando ya no son rentables para robarles el pelo. La seda supone asesinar a millones de gusanos metiéndolos en agua hirviendo. Y las plumas son arrancadas a individuos que en la mayoría de los casos están aún vivos. Además, debemos utilizar productos que no hayan sido testados o experimentados en animales no humanos, sin importar si los individuos utilizados son primates o ratones. Y en definitiva, debemos rechazar los productos, servicios o espectáculos que utilicen animales no humanos. Defensaanimal.org es una asociación abolicionista porque da voz y representa a las víctimas no humanas. Y por ello no apoya ni pide reformas o regulaciones en el uso de los no humanos. Si fuéramos las víctimas, nunca pediríamos que nos ampliaran las celdas o que nos esclavizaran de otro modo, ni pediríamos que nos asesinaran de un modo menos doloroso en los mataderos, piscifactorías o barcos pesqueros. Estamos en un momento histórico, similar al que se vivió en la época de la esclavitud de humanos de raza negra. En aquella época había gente bienintencionada que pidió un mejor trato para los esclavos, que no les pegaran, que tuvieran un lugar adecuado para dormir, etc. Pero afortunadamente hubo otra gente que fue a la raíz del problema y pidió la abolición de la esclavitud. Actualmente hay cada vez más gente bienintencionada que pide medidas y reformas bienestaristas para que traten mejor a los animales no humanos en las granjas, mataderos, laboratorios, etc. Pero en nombre de ellos no hay que pedir un mejor trato, sino la abolición de las granjas, mataderos, barcos pesqueros, experimentación animal, etc. Debemos pedir la abolición de todas las actividades especistas, es decir, de aquellas actividades que no se harían si los individuos utilizados pertenecieran, por ejemplo, a la especie humana. Hay gente que afortunadamente pide la abolición de los asesinatos de toros en las plazas de toros o de focas en Canadá, pero que dice que somos radicales al pedir, por ejemplo, la abolición de los mataderos. Ante lo que le respondemos que es totalmente injusto pedir la abolición de los asesinatos de toros o focas y no pedir lo mismo para las vacas, cerdos, atunes o ratones. Todos los animales merecemos la misma consideración y no es justo pedir más respeto para unos que para otros. Lo importante no es cómo, dónde ni por qué privan de libertad, esclavizan o asesinan a alguien, ni debe ser importante la especie a la que pertenezca el individuo privado de libertad, esclavizado o asesinado. Desde defensaanimal.org promovemos el veganismo y el fin del especismo por varios medios, mediante webs informativas, conferencias, cursos de cocina vegana, videoforums, un programa de radio mensual llamado El Rincón Vegano, una sección de cocina vegana en televisión, una revista semestral online, mesas informativas en la calle, performance y actos de protesta pacífica y de concienciación en lugares muy transitados de grandes ciudades. En defensaanimal.org trabajamos día a día para conseguir un mundo más justo para todos y todas, donde no se discrimine a nadie en función de la especie a que pertenezca. Muchas gracias por su amable atención. Gracias.
Thank you so much, Mr. Garcia.
Thank you indeed. Thank you. Thank you. It's horrible. It's horrible. absolutely horrible how we behave as humans. It's unimaginable. The more we do research into all these animals' treatment, the more we cannot imagine how we as a human race behaving in such a way. My God. Oh my God. We must change fast. We can't live like this, we can't. We just can't go on like this. It's just... It's just killing our heart.
Our next guest, whom we are most grateful to have with us, is Mr. Jacek Bożek, the founder and president and leader of Club Gaia in Poland, director of Gaia Club in the UK, and president of Club Gaia in the Netherlands. A social entrepreneur by occupation, he was one of the leaders of the Zieloni 2004 party, the Green Party in Poland. He kindly accepted our invitation at short notice, and so, having travelled far to be with us to celebrate the book launch of The Dogs in My Life in the Polish language, let us give a deserving welcome to Mr. Jacek Bożek.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for the invitation to be with you here today to speak. I would like to congratulate Master CHINGHAI on publishing Dogs in My Life. I am particularly happy about the Polish edition, which gives Polish people the opportunity, and my friends of course, to enjoy this beautiful book as well. Together, as humankind, we face unparalleled challenges relating to our way of life, as well as to our exploitation of the environment and the animals living on our planet. I am most encouraged that the good-willed people are doing their best job to improve the life of animals and to prevent further destruction of Mother Earth. I am native Poland and I founded the Gaia Club, which was the underground at the time movement due the country's social, political situation. The Gaia Club main goals to protect the environment and animal rights. For over 20 years, the organization has been actively educated and intervening to defend these values. We have organized and lead many social campaigns, and in our campaigns we use unconventional methods and many forms of artistic expression. We try to help people, animals, and nature directly. We teach and give examples of how our consumer choices not only contribute to climate changes, but can also directly impact on the diminution and disappearance of biodiversity, as well as how our choices can have an immediate influence on the well-being of animals. Personally, I believe that our attitude and preferences have a huge impact on the economics, forces, and market decisions. That is why, in my opinion, one of the most important courses of action today is to educate and provide open access to this essential information which will help our world citizens in making conscious and wise choices in their life. I am filled with hope for the future when I see people and organizations whose work fulfills this mission and help others to understand the interconnected fate of animals, nature, and ourselves. Dziękuję bardzo. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Boziek. Supreme Master, as we conclude this session on animals, would you like to comment on what has been covered, including the work of their guests, their organizations in protecting our co-inhabitants?
I thank all people for coming and joining us today to widen our knowledge and that of the publics about how we should treat our beautiful, innocent, beneficial animals, and how we should stop all this beyond imagination cruelty to our beautiful friends, the co-inhabitants. I can't really speak much. I'm just so choked with emotion. Even though I know some of the cruel treatment to animals, but it seems to be no end to the suffering and agony that we, the strong and intelligent and capable humans, are inflicting upon the defenseless, weak, and very pure creature of God. I just beg all the people, please, don't do it anymore. Please find some other thing to do, some other job to earn your food, to earn your living. Please wash the blood from your hand, please. No matter how much money we have, we can't live with this conscience. We can't sleep with this. We can't eat the blood of other beings and knowing that they suffer so much. How can we do this? Please, just stop all this. There are many jobs to do. Even if we have to die, don't inflict suffering upon others just to earn a few meals a day. That's really not worth your dignity and your status as the crown of the creation of God. It is a very joyful occasion today, and I'm supposed to be very happy, and I'm supposed to tell you happy things, but I'm sorry I can't. Anyway, thank you, all of you, the speakers, for widening our knowledge about how we should uphold our dignity as a human and protect our compassionate nature. Because no matter how you torture the animals, they would die only once. Just like us, we would die only once, no matter how we die. It's just how we live our life, and how we will answer. In the kingdom of God, when we face the creator of all these beautiful beings that we are blessed to live with, you don't have to believe that animals can communicate. You don't have to believe that animals have feeling. You don't have to believe that they bless us. You don't have to believe that they are beneficial. But just look into their eyes. Just see how weak they are, how meek they are. Just see how innocent they are. Just see how defenseless they are. Then you can tell yourself that this is not right. To torture them in any way at all, with any excuses at all. We have to protect them, even at the cost of our lives. But we didn't have to even sacrifice any life to protect them. We have to protect them because otherwise we cannot face ourselves. We cannot do this. We have conscience, we have heart. We cannot just kill something just because it looks different. I don't know how to express it, but we just can't do it. We just cannot do this. And expect blessing, happiness, longevity, and all the blessings from heaven in return. We have to create heaven. Otherwise, we don't have it. That's all I can say. We have to protect others. Otherwise, we cannot expect protection. We must live as an honorable, dignified, worthy being that call humans the crown of the creation. We cannot do this. Even animals, we call them animals. They don't do this to each other. Except one or two wild beasts, we call them. If we call them wild beasts, what do we call ourselves? Even the wild beasts, they don't torture their victim like this. They only have to kill when they're hungry. They have no choice. We have a lot of choice. We have a lot of choice to survive. Please, just stop this. Just stop doing this. You will be sorry the day you die if you don't stop this. I promise you, you will be very, very sorry. I promise you. I'm telling you with all the honor that I have in my life, that if you don't stop killing or torturing the animals, you will be very sorry. You will be in a place that you wish you have never been born. Please stop it. Thank you. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, Master. We are very moved.
Some of the benefits of a vegetarian diet: lowers blood pressure, lowers cholesterol levels, reduces type 2 diabetes, prevents stroke conditions, reverses atherosclerosis, reduces heart disease risk 50%, reduces heart surgery risk 80%, prevents many forms of cancer, stronger immune system, increases life expectancy up to 15 years, higher IQ, saves 70% of the total cost of $40 trillion for reducing global warming, uses 4.5 times less land to grow food, conserves up to 70% clean water, saves 80% of the cleared Amazonian rainforest from animal grazing, a solution for world hunger. Free up 3.4 billion hectares of land, free up 760 million tons of grain every year, half the world's grain supply, consumes 1/3 fossil fuels of those used for meat production, reduces pollution from untreated animal waste, maintains cleaner air, saves 4.5 tons of emissions per U.S. household per year, stop 80% of global warming, plus more.
Thanks to our guests for their insightful and interesting contribution to this first session. Ladies and gentlemen, let's listen to some heartfelt poetry written by Supreme Master CHINGHAI and recited by our association member. Supreme Master CHINGHAI has written many exquisite poems in her youth until after her enlightenment. They depict the journey of a great saint experiencing human life through love, sorrow, and happiness to eventually realize the bliss of enlightenment and the sacrifice and hardship of sentient beings, especially our animal friends. Please enjoy the recital of Words of the Piglet.
The day I met you first was the day of my birth. Pink and round, me oh so plump. With Mom I gaily frolicked. Lovingly you looked at me, praising, "Oh, so round, what a cutie." Every day you came by to visit, bringing cool water and delicious veggie treats. Mommy and I were so touched. Your kindness worth more than gold. I lived a peaceful life under your care and protection, growing more plump with each passing day. Just eat, rest, and play. So lovely was this early morn, as clouds were drifting across the sky. Cuddling together, Mommy and I, unaware of the befalling tragedy. Two brawny young men, strong like tigers and elephants, squashed my tiny body flat into a cage of horror. There was no way to escape. Oh God, what purgatory was this? I wailed in fear and terror. Mom, oh Mom, please save me. Oh, caretaker, please come protect me quickly. Rescue my life. I'm still at a tender age. Mom was crying out in sorrow, tears of desperation filling her eyes. The immense heavens cannot contain this horrendous emotional pain. My caretaker turned away, hands busy counting a stack of money. Helplessly, I rolled around in the car trunk, breaking heart more painful than bodily misery. The two young men bantered. This piglet will be so tasty. Tomorrow we'll slaughter him to celebrate the birth of the wife's newborn baby. Oh, how ironic this life. My soul is shattered. Tears flow in my heart like blood running in rivulets. I thought you loved me, nurturing me to maturity, but all this was a sham. For you, it's just profit and gain. Tomorrow my body will be cut to pieces, my flesh and bones turned to sheer torture, just so people can laugh in merriment at their happy feast and gathering. To your children, and others too, I wish them all long lives, so the family can stay together, not endure the same fate as mine. I pray the whole family lives nobly, to be human in many lifetimes and never be reborn as pigs paying forever karmic debts. Alas, goodbye, life. I ache for my gentle, suffering mother. In tears I am overcome. Oh, Mommy, Mom, Mom.
That was so touching. A very moving performance of a heartfelt poem. Ladies and gentlemen, and worldwide viewers, we now present Vegetarianism, the Noble Way of Living, the next part of today's seminar. It is now our great pleasure to introduce Mrs. Polina Maranova, As the coordinator of the Vegetarian Society of Bulgaria in Sofia, her work includes organizing events and meetings for the purpose of spreading the vegan and ecological message. Mrs. Marinova's efforts also extend to campaigning for the proper implementation of the law with regards to the rights of vegetarians and vegans in Bulgaria, such as in hospitals and schools. Today, her message is, we need to spread the message of veganism throughout the world. We would like to welcome Mrs. Marinova.
Good afternoon, everyone. In a few words, I'd like first to introduce you the Vegetarian Society of Bulgaria that I have the honor to represent here today. 5 years ago, a group of friends, all of us vegetarians and now vegans, decided to launch a website. The major purpose of the site was to get the online community acquainted with the advantages of vegetarian and vegan lifestyle, which is also an inevitable spiritual and physical necessity for both man and nature. With time, we succeeded in attracting supporters, both vegetarians and vegans who expressed their willingness to help us establish such a vegetarian society. We also organized an internet forum where members of our society and guests of our website have the opportunity to exchange ideas, solve problems, launch initiatives, and provide feedback on them. We began to gather publications, articles, studies, analyses, and other materials about vegetarianism and veganism. I'm happy to share you that this year things have definitely been improving. An increasingly greater number of people are vegetarian and embracing the vegetarian diet, and an ever increasing number of people have begun to make the connection between stock breeding, environmental problems, and their own